Welcome everybody. My name is Bryce Keller. This is the Dayton Marijuana Summit. We're going to be talking about marijuana reform issues and have speakers from NORML and LEAP and then marijuanadefensecouncil.com, and you're going to learn about the marijuana legalization amendment. We're going to start here in the atrium while you guys finish lunch and get around and talk to everybody. Mr. James will be making some remarks and tell you about the basics of the Responsible Ohio campaign initiative, and then you'll get an opportunity to hear from, if you've looked at your schedule, to hear from several speakers during the presentation.
Well, it's a marijuana summit here in Dayton, Ohio at the Keller building at the University of Dayton. And we're here because all members of the public and activists have been invited. However, we have been asked to leave multiple times by Michael Bryce Kelly under the directives of his supervisor, which we can assume is Mr. Ian James. And they got the police to come in and try and remove us. The police determined that we were not a disruption, and so we are allowed to stay. And so the summit should be continuing shortly.
Hello, I'm Bright. Talk on the phone. You understand? Okay. Okay. Basically, all of you have, the three of you have been disruptive at previous events. So we're going to ask that you don't participate in the event today. And
Brian, I'm going to be honest with you. We have never been disruptive at any event. We've been at Lorraine when we spoke. We asked some questions. But I think it's nice that you decided to shut us out quiet on this.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
You advertise open to all activists, right?
We advertised open to all activists, and we made it clear that any disruptive guests would be asked to leave. And
Okay, that's fair enough. If we're disruptive, you ask us to leave. I'm not here to disrupt anything. We're here for the summer.
Just a moment, and I'll be back.
Well, Michael Bryce Keller just came up to us and said that we needed to leave and that we're disruptive guests, even though we've done nothing as a disruption. So he's trying to shut us out and so that they can have their own public forum, but really with private interest.
Okay. The verdict is that that I've talked it over with my supervisors and the people that are funding the event, and they said that you have been disruptive in the past, and we're still going to ask you to leave.
That's not acceptable to a
Came out
public
before
event
and just
with
said
all
I'd
activists
be quiet. As long as we're not disruptive, what's the problem?
We're not disrupting anything.
Okay.
What I feel like is you're trying to make sure your view is the only one presented to the folks at this meeting.
That's not accurate.
What are we disrupting?
You've had a track record of being
We're
disruptive.
talking about now. We're in the present now, the present moment.
Okay. The university police have confirmed that you guys aren't students, and they'll be here shortly. So
All right, cool.
Yeah,
Wait for it.
is everyone here a student?
So you're going to arrest everyone that isn't a
they're
student?
all guests.
They're all guests.
Yes, that haven't been disruptive.
They have been in Nora week. So we'll talk it over with the police when we get
We're sitting here quietly, and you come over here and tell us.
No.
Yes.
Hello, sir. Bryce Keller.
Mike Censors.
Let's see here.
I have a high probability of success.
Talk to one of you for a minute, please.
Sure. You saw us. We're sitting quiet. We're not talking to people. We're not doing anything.
Well, when is their event supposed to begin?
It's getting ready to start. public university, right?
No, it's not actually. It's a private university. Yeah. It's
So what would be
property,
the
so that-
premises of kicking this off? That we're not UD students?
No, it won't.
Because you're not supposed to take people that aren't part of the conversation. That's the law.
Actually, in Ohio, it's one party has to consent.
I know the law, and you are breaking it.
How exactly is he breaking it? Because Jake is allowing himself to be filmed.
One party consent.
One party consent.
He's not part of the conversation.
Jake is not part of the conversation? Jake is part of the conversation. You are not.
That guy is not.
Hello, everybody. If you could please listen, I'm Bryce Keller. Welcome to the Dayton Marijuana Summit. Please, any disruptive guests will be asked to leave. And everybody, you can go ahead and get lunch over here. We're going to have welcome remarks from Mr. James in a few minutes. And then we'll get started with presentations. I encourage you guys to continue your discussion about marijuana reform and review materials that we've given you. And we'll be back with you shortly. Thank you.
Okay, we've talked to the security officers,
Isn't my news.
and they said that at the present time that you guys can stay, but again, if you're disruptive during the presentations, which we will be filming the presentations, and if you're
What would constitute as a disruption?
Not agreeing with you?
interrupting speakers,
Will there be a Q&A section?
there will be a Q&A, and you will get an opportunity to put the questions on a card, and as long as the questions are not inflammatory, we'll ask the questions.
Define inflammatory.
There's a clear line between what is a statement to harass and what is a clear question.
Right.
Okay?
Just want to make sure we're on the same page.
All right.
It feels like to me an inflammatory question is a question you don't want to answer.
That's not.
We've never, in the past, we have never disrupted anyone when they're speaking on that mic. We've asked questions
Ian's interrupted me.
several times, and he walks away.
Hello, everybody. Me and James. I'm the Executive Director of ResponsibleOhio, and I thank you for being here today. Thank you, Bryce, for putting this together. Bryce is looking at me like, shut up. So I'm going to stop talking now, and we're going to, I believe we're going to go into the other room, and folks I invite in there, you can come on in and be a part of the conversation, and we want to have you in as you're invited. So all these folks over here, this table back here, and these tables here, and then the folks back here, this other table, these two back here, you ladies here as well, you gentlemen, and these folks here at the back table, and Eric, please join us, and we welcome you and appreciate your conversation. Thank you.
Well played, James.
We'll have a short break.
What's up, guys?
Well,
How are you?
I was just wondering, that's how you deal with the opposition, so we can't come
No,
in?
you're not invited. That's right, because we're paying for this facility.
Okay.
It's not a public event, and you're
was-
not invited.
You know, we actually, hold on just a
you're
second. Keller posted as a public event,
This
invited
is a
all
public
activists.
event. This is not a public event.
Okay,
No.
fair enough. Well played.
Really? You can't
In the short
deal with
term.
opposition?
No, little guy, you can't. 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 Bye.
Little guy? You see him? Not a chance. Don't even touch.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Well, obviously, you know, it was going to be an open forum, but because we showed up, they closed the forum. There was supposed to be a Q&A section according to Michael Bryce Keller. However, they forewent that and went into the courtroom where they told us that we were not permitted. We have provided no disruption to the event. In fact, ResponsibleOhio disrupted us multiple times. If this is the way they deal with the public who has questions and concerns, then how do you think they're going to address marijuana policy once they're implemented? This is bullshit. This is un-American. This is a subversive process, and it's trying to subjugate the population of Ohio. Regardless of what they're doing, we're not going to stop. We're going to expose it, and we're going to put an end to this amendment once and for all.
I'm not saying you did anything disruptive today, okay?
And I haven't. And I haven't ever. So those tactics, honestly, are weak. Real weak. I'm a guy here that's same thing to listen. What's going on? Ask some questions, plain and simple.
Very weak.
If what just happened here is any indication of what Responsible Ohio would be if they were to pass, man, I pray for the state of Ohio and the citizens. I guess we've got to go after this harder, and hopefully the people that saw what happened today will go out and spread the word, and we'll go from there.
They're just questions, in.
Just questions. You know, you're a rude person.
Oh, and what you're doing to Ohio is not rude?
What about farmers, Ian? What about entrepreneurs and small business?
What's your issue on the ballot here?
Not before yours goes down, Ian.